Guys, something is happening behind the scenes, and I feel like we're watching it play out in real time. When you look at the chart, we saw 94,000, that cost basis fall. Then we saw 87,000 fall. Actually, we saw that get destroyed. And right now we're sitting at around 85, 90,000. That's not random. That's a control cascade. Control. And then there's one level that these big players have next, guys. We're talking about that $74,000 level. I'm filming right here in this empty field. And if you look at the size of this space and how there's really nothing here, this perfectly symbolizes the market right now. A massive liquidity vacuum. It's empty. The institutional players, the puppet masters, have intentionally drained the retail buyers and the demand by leaving this huge empty space ready to be filled. Now, the confusion that we see on the charts is the exact result of this controlled abandonment. Look right over here. You see an empty restaurant, a storefront that says Sushi Kingdom coming soon. The restaurant is being built. The infrastructure is moving forward. The permits are approved, but the doors aren't open yet. That empty building is exactly like the crypto market long-term future. The fundamentals are being constructed regardless of the temporary absence of buyers. The first question that's on everybody's mind is this the end of the bull run? Are we going to enter a multi-year crypto winter? Well, if you're looking at the technicals while this helicopter is passing over my head, that's a yes. I need to let that helicopter pass. I gotta let that helicopter pass. Helicopter's messing up my filming. So I'm just up here on International Drive, guys. So now the first question on everybody's mind is this the end of the bull run? Are we going into a deep multi-year crypto winter? Well, the technical charts are screaming yes. We have confirmed the death cross and broken the parabolic trend line, signaling a serious structural reversal. But the on-chain data that the big players use tell a completely different story. Here's a couple of things that we use. We use valuation. So we measure euphoria using the MVRV Z-Score. Historically, a bull market only peaks when that score is somewhere around 7. Right now, we're sitting at around 1.01. We're nowhere near euphoria that's required for the top. Then we have capitulation. The realized loss margin is somewhere around minus 16%, below the historical, which is minus 12 threshold, which is associated with market bottoms. So this confirmed that this drop is a severe, high impact mid-cycle correction. It's not the end, in my opinion. Well, if it's not the end, what is the drop for? Well, it's strategic accumulation, guys. Here's the play. Step 1, the big players. They pulled over 2.6 billion out of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, removing buying power. Step 2, long-term holders dumped 815,000 Bitcoin in 30 days, creating a supply shock. Then this pressure triggered over $550 million in liquidations. All that forced selling created the exact liquidity that the players wanted. And so by forcing the price down to 85,000, their profit potential when the market recovers is over $48 billion. That's the strategic game that they're playing, guys. So a lot of people say this is manipulation. Is this market manipulation? Well, here's where things get a little interesting, guys. What we see feels like manipulation, but legally, it isn't. To charge someone with actual manipulation, regulators have to prove that they lied or they used fake orders, but the institutions don't have to do that. They don't have to do any of that. If they redeem their shares from the Bitcoin ETF, the fund is legally required to sell the actual Bitcoin to meet that request. That type of massive selling pressure is a legally protected consequence of the ETF structure, not a crime. So that's the loophole. They can move the market simply by making large, legitimate transactions. No lies, no fake orders, just power. And what looks like manipulation is protected by the rule book. So here's the important part that we need to focus on, okay? The fundamentals are unshakable, guys. While they're selling tactically, they're building the financial system of tomorrow. I've said it before. BlackRock's Builder Fund is already at $2.8 billion, and major banks are adopting blockchain. The same firms that's pushing the price down today are the same firms that's building the future. That's the disconnect. That's what's real. That's what you need to pay attention, okay? So here's your choice. You can follow the fear or you can follow the fake news. Don't fall for the fake news. Or you can understand the strategy. And if you haven't watched my previous video on this, please go do so. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I catch y'all on the next one. It's your boy.